Good morning. Bill Kim here. I pastor the Presbyterian Church and the Congregational Churches. Let me re-say that. I pastor the Presbyterian Church and the Congregational Church, two churches, different denominations, here in Clarion, Iowa. And for a while now, my friend Jim and Ted have been working with me to do this little blurb, 2 to 3 minute sermon summary. I don't read the entire scripture, but I will say to you, it is Matthew chapter 26, beginning with verse 17. And actually, you could read down through verse 31. Matthew 26, verse 17 to 31. It's the story of the first Lord's Supper celebrated by Jesus and his disciples. I would encourage you to read it and read the different gospel versions of that same story. But here's my summary. Notice that no one is asked to leave the table. According to Matthew, according to any of the versions, I would safely say no one was asked to leave the table. Jesus did at one point, according to one of the versions, say something to Judas about doing what he was called to do. But never did Jesus kick Judas out. Never did Jesus kick the other disciples out and say, you guys are such screw-ups, you guys are so weak, you guys are so full of sin, you're going to deny me and run off later, so there's no need to be here. God doesn't do that. With God's crazy love, he accepts us and he loves us into relationship with him. He wants us to share that kind of crazy love with other people around us. This virus pandemic, I think is the correct terminology that we're talking about, epidemic around the world, is reminding us that we're all in this thing together. We are all, every one of us, the disciples to us, are less than what we're supposed to be. But never does God kick us away from the table. God always invites us, encourages us, wants to be in relationship with us, wants to share his body and blood for us. We experience that so that we can then share it with others. Not to hoard to myself, not to just worry about Bill Kim, but to be a part of this community we call the world. We are invited to the table, every one of us. That kind of love, that's what we're supposed to share with others, especially at this crazy time in our world today. Thanks.